The spin-off movie Ocean's 8 is a film that has a whole list of issues that makes it a terrible movie in my opinion. Honestly, they tried to capitalize what made the original Ocean's trilogy pretty cool, but this film right here is just flat out boring. Well, they should have left well enough alone because the story ended perfectly with Ocean's 13. But no, you know Hollywood, they gotta make that money. So the story of this one is that it takes place several years after Ocean's 13. Danny Ocean is presumed dead, and so his sister Debbie Ocean is recently released from prison. So she gets a crew together in order to steal the Toussaint, which is a $150 million necklace at the upcoming Met Gala. And then from there, you have a film that's pretty boring. And I have to say, was this movie really necessary considering how Ocean's 13 left things off? I mean, these new characters are not that really interesting. And quite frankly, it had made me miss the crew that was in the Ocean's trilogy even more. There are moments in this movie where I thought things could have been done a lot better. And this film just doesn't stand out because 2018 had far better movies than this one. The story in this one is barely passable, and the character development is equally as bad. Nonetheless, though, at the end of the day, this movie is subpar at best, and it just doesn't measure up to Ocean's 11. I will say the lack of chemistry between the actors in this film really hurt this movie. Though Sandra Bullock, she did a good job playing Debbie Ocean, it's just the mere fact that we never heard her character previously. Why wasn't she mentioned in the trilogy? Why didn't she make an appearance in any of those three films? It's just lazy writing in my opinion. And then to make matters even worse, if George Clooney would have shown up as Danny Ocean, then maybe this film would add a little bit of levity. I don't see how this is connected all that much, even though it is. It's just, I find it odd that Danny Ocean never mentioned his sister. And another standout I wanted to point out was Anne Hathaway. I think she did a good job. You know, she played this celebrity in the movie. And, well, there are moments where she does have some bright spots in the film. Everybody else, they was all right. And this movie goes as far as having Yen from the original trilogy return for this cameo role. It was cool to see. But in a lot of ways, this movie suffers from a lack of a strong antagonist. That's what this film doesn't have. An antagonist that tries to stop Debbie Ocean. Sure, we got this guy who's doing insurance. You know, he's trying to stop the insurance fraud, but he doesn't compare it to the past antagonists of those previous three movies. Nonetheless, I thought this film was just bad because, you know, I didn't laugh. I didn't find connections. This film didn't have any action in it and didn't have any of the cool moments that the original trilogy had. Nonetheless, though, at the end of the day, this is a film that I probably would say if you're a fan of the Ocean's trilogy, you could skip this one if you haven't seen it because, quite frankly, this movie is just a large waste of time. I'm giving this film a 5 out of 10. I despise this movie as much as Ocean's 12. But at least Ocean's 12 had an end goal in mind. And this one, it's just a bunch of women getting together in order to steal this item in order to live off their lives. And you know, they even spawned a sequel, so there's that. Now, over the last 4 years this movie's been out, this film has gotten mixed reception. Some liked it, others downright despise it. For me personally, I could care less about this film simply because the characters are not as memorable. The characters from Ocean Trilogy are far more interesting than the characters in this movie. Nonetheless, honestly, this movie kind of ruins the grand finale that Ocean's 13 had. And these characters really had nothing to do with what happened in the previous 3 installments. And that is my review of Ocean's 8. Okay, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you think about this movie. Alright, this is Slim Guy 172 saying, peace out.
Those pocket queens and closet angst. Full house with pain facing.